Many people think they need a new life. They want a new job, a new city, a new house, or even new friends. They believe that everything around them is the problem. They think, if I change my life, I will finally be happy. But is that really true? What if the problem is not your life? What if you only need to see your life in a different way? Sometimes, a new perspective is much more powerful than a new beginning. Imagine you wake up on a rainy morning. You look outside and feel sad because the sky is gray. You think it will be a bad day. Another person looks at the same sky and smiles. They enjoy the cool air and the sound of the rain. The weather is the same, but their feelings are different. The difference is not the rain. The difference is how they see it. Life is often like this. Two people can have the same situation, but they feel very different. One person sees only problems. The other person sees chances to learn and grow. This does not mean happy people never have difficulties. It means they try to look at those difficulties in another way. Many of us spend a lot of time thinking about what we do not have. We look at other people on social media. They travel to beautiful places. They buy new clothes. They eat in expensive restaurants. Their lives look perfect. Then we look at our own lives and feel disappointed. We think our life is too simple. We think everyone is happier than us. But social media only shows a small part of life. It is like looking at one page of a long book. You cannot understand the whole story from one page. Everyone has problems that other people cannot see. Everyone feels afraid, tired, or lonely sometimes. When you remember this, you stop comparing so much. You begin to see your own life more clearly. Maybe your life is not exciting every day. Maybe you wake up, go to work or school, come home, eat dinner, and sleep. It may feel boring, but if you change your perspective, you may notice many good things. You have a bed to sleep in. You have food to eat. Someone sends you a message to ask how you are. The sun shines through your window. A child smiles at you on the street. These moments are small, but they are real. People often wait for something big to make them happy. They think happiness will come after they get more money, a better job, or a bigger house. Of course, these things can make life easier, but they do not always change the way you think. If you always focus on what is missing, you'll continue to feel empty even after reaching your goals. Think about a person who always wants more. They buy a new phone and feel excited for 1 week. Then they want another one. They get a better job and feel proud for 1 month. Soon, they want a higher position. Their life changes again and again, but their heart stays the same. They are always looking for the next thing because they never stop to enjoy what they already have. Now think about another person. This person also has dreams, but they take time to enjoy today. They drink a warm cup of tea and feel thankful. They laugh with friends. They watch the sunset after work. They still work hard, but they do not forget to notice the beauty around them. Their life may look simple, but inside they feel rich. Changing your perspective does not mean pretending everything is perfect. Some days are truly difficult. You may lose something important. You may fail an exam. You may make a mistake at work. These things are painful. A new perspective does not remove the pain. It helps you ask a different question. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you can ask, "What can this teach me?" This small change can make a big difference. Problems become lessons. Mistakes become experience. Difficult days become part of your story instead of the end of your story. Little by little, you become stronger without even noticing it. Sometimes the biggest prison is not the place where you live. It is the way you think. When your mind always says, "My life is not good enough," nothing will ever feel enough. But when your mind begins to notice simple blessings, the same life starts to feel different. The streets are the same. Your home is the same. Your family is the same. Yet your heart becomes lighter because your eyes have learned to see something new. A new perspective also helps us become kinder to other people. Sometimes we think someone is rude because they do not smile. We think a friend does not care because they do not answer our message quickly. We think a teacher is too strict or a coworker is unfriendly. But we do not know their whole story. Maybe they are tired. Maybe they have family problems. Maybe they are worried about something important. When we stop judging so quickly, we become more patient. We listen more. We ask questions before we become angry. This does not mean everyone is right. It only means we remember that every person has a life we cannot fully see. This simple change can make our relationships much stronger. A new perspective also changes the way we see ourselves. Many people only look at their mistakes. They remember every time they failed. They think, "I am not smart enough," or "I am not good enough." After some time, these thoughts become a habit. They forget all the good things they have done. Imagine a child learning to ride a bicycle. The child falls many times. If the child says, "I fell down, so I will never ride a bike," they will never learn. But if the child says, "I fell down, but I can try again," they will slowly become better. Adults are not very different. We also learn by making mistakes. Every mistake teaches us something if we are willing to learn. Sometimes we think we need to become a different person. We want to be more successful, more beautiful, or more confident. We believe our future self will finally be happy. But real change often begins with accepting the person we are today. You can improve yourself without hating yourself. You can have big dreams while still being thankful for this moment. This idea is important because life is always changing. If you only wait for the future, you may miss today. One day, you may reach your dream and look back. Then you may realize that many beautiful moments were already in your life. They were small, but they were enough to make you smile. You just did not notice them. Think about your own life for a moment. Is there something you always complain about? Maybe it is your job, your school, your family, or your daily routine. Now try to look at it from another side. Maybe your job is not perfect, but it helps you learn new skills. Maybe school is difficult, but it gives you new knowledge and good friends. Maybe your family is not perfect, but they still care about you in their own way. Every situation has more than one side. Of course, there are times when real change is necessary. If a place is unsafe, if a relationship is unhealthy, or if a job makes you unhappy every day, you may need to make a new choice. This message is not saying that you should never change your life. It is saying that before you change everything outside, try changing the way you see things inside. Sometimes that is enough. Sometimes it shows you that your life already has many good things. The amazing thing is that a new perspective costs nothing. You do not need more money. You do not need to move to another country. You do not need to buy expensive things. You only need to stop for a moment and ask yourself, is there another way to see this? That one question can open a new door in your mind. Many happy people do not have perfect lives. They still have busy days, hard work, and personal problems. The difference is that they do not let every problem control their thoughts. They look for hope. They look for lessons. They look for reasons to smile, even on difficult days. This habit does not make life perfect, but it makes life lighter. So, maybe you do not need a completely new life. Maybe you do not need to run away from where you are. Maybe the answer is much closer than you think. It may begin with one new thought, one new idea, or one new way of looking at today. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, your room may look the same. Your work may be the same. Your problems may still be there. But if your perspective changes, your whole day can feel different. You may notice more beauty, more hope, and more peace than yesterday. In the end, your life is not only built by what happens to you. It is also built by the meaning you give to those moments. A new perspective cannot change the past, but it can change today. And when today changes, tomorrow can become different too. So remember this simple idea whenever life feels heavy. You do not always need a new life. Sometimes the greatest change begins with a new perspective. When your eyes learn to see the good, your heart learns to feel it too. And that small change can become the beginning of a happier, calmer, and more meaningful life.